Arnie Finkle is a fan of good meats. He rummaged through my fridge today. He's not too bad of a cook. But he never shares with me. I said to him, "You could make a taco if you like." A statement I knew would go unnoticed. He pulls a fine Wagyu from his inner jacket pocket. A packet of marbled delicacy. Then he began to eat the lone beef. Not basted or braised. He always fears it'll tarnish the meat. I fear it was a waste. Arnie Finkle invited me to his house today. I was given the wrong directions. Shafted is me by the ways in which I observe the lowly wanderings of a man-child. His eyes unwavered by water. My intrusion lasted no longer than his roundabout routine, observing and pressing on until he called me his helmet and asked me to stay. And so I stayed. He tells me he's always searching for ways to deodorize. always stopped by his piqued interests in states having affairs. When I finally cracked his shell, no less awkward than pulling teeth from a pigeon, I found what I once thought to be the brain the size of, maybe, an ostrich egg, when in reality I see it more as the egg of a platypus, a mammal with the traits of a caged bird. And still, even with wings clipped, pouring so much effort into self-entertainment, pecking at seeds until the bowl is refilled. What ever-present thought, stapled to his elbow grease-stained forehead, could compel him to sail thespiously toward no port in particular? Elbows and grease, courtesy of seemingly each passerby on old Finkle's wanderings. Wandering towards packets and pockets of marbled delights, or maybe just lights. My findings include smoked butterscotch tucked into my breast pocket, and a reoccurring thought of tandem bicycles with a single set of unmanned handlebars.
In my father's world, lust is in the stomach, buried deep, so value a shovel. He said that growing up, twitching feet and drinking water, as he called it. And we, the lucky few illegitimate successors, his inordinate, am I using that word right, children, looked up and stuck our tongues out, for he would sweat knowledge, profess knowledge at least. And we hoped, dreamed, fought for a drop. The house he raised us in was rent-frozen, and all frozen too, come to think of it. Many cold, fragile nights wondering what kind of sod would want to get tucked in by someone else. Enough talk about dads, mine or otherwise. If money is a river, I'm a canoe built by me and you. That doesn't make any sense, but a little critter told it to me earlier today, whatever that means, and the look in the eyes of the thing told me not to forget it, which would be easier if it rhymed. But I'll tell you what, there's some things I haven't got all figured out just yet. Big work gloves, sexy brown suitcase, tailcoat. That's my list. Guts to figure it out. And the later the better. That way I don't get bored by it by the end of my life. Too bored, too early, and in comes the horrible future and the rot to the fridge. That's what you're doing wrong. You got all these ideas now. Now? No. How? How come? There's a question you can put in your pocket. You're too early, bucko, is what I mean. Too early to pleasure yourself so over such ideas. And this I remember too. A lover of old said to me on this day days ago, I love you, but I wasn't ready for this exhale. I know the exhale they're talking about. It's not an easy one to get used to. Not so fast, I said. When guzzling and bellies are observed, the king is born. At least that's what I thought then, back before I believed painting to be the only legitimate medium for anything not scrapbookable. Back when I lived by and on grease-fat shores and skin-dressed babes, and we would get up to no good in each other's minds. I was cuter then, I think, physically and mentally. The sun was on strike then, at least in my bedroom. Can't speak for the rest, and nor would I want to. My time is more than valuable enough to skip that. Oh, but I'm expounding, to quote an athlete I know. New. Doesn't matter. It had to happen this way. The past, picking up my thoughts as they hitchhiked around and locking the damn doors during the speed limit disobeying descent into yesterday. Yesterday is as slow as the fat kids, and as thoughtful too. Will I be the man who invents modern thought? Doesn't look likely.